Hello everyone and welcome back to the UK National Championship 2016. We are in the top 4. There are only 4 players left fighting for the title UK Champion. We are going to be featuring 2 Monarch players. There appears to be 3 Monarch decks in the top 4. I'm not sure who Oliver Newton's opponent is, what he's playing this round.
Oliver Newton is playing against... I have so many pieces of paper on my desk that I've lost the one that I needed. I think Woodhouse has it.
Woodhouse?
Woodhouse, do you have my sheet of paper?
Why are you hoarding the paper? Come on. Sorry, excuse
me, Woodhouse. Woodhouse is just... Yeah, thanks Woodhouse.
Thank you, Woodhouse. Okay.
Thanks for that.
Daniel Carnes, and you know Daniel Carnes is playing...
Daniel Carnes, okay. He is playing... Burning Abyss. So
Burning Abyss, so there's one Burning Abyss...
he's from Scotland, in fact.
So we have one Burning Abyss player from Scotland left in the tournament. The rest is all Monarchs. 2 of these are XC Monarchs, which we're going to see, although one of them is the Ultimaya Soulkin build from Jared Stone, who we saw earlier. Who do you favour in this one, XC Monarch or the Soulkin version of the Monarch deck?
Actually, just before I came back up here, I saw Samuel, and he was saying, I said, are you looking forward to the next match, that kind of thing. He was like, well, I'm not really looking forward to playing against Jared because his deck is much stronger than mine, but mine's a little more consistent. Okay,
so we're going to be seeing explosive versus consistency. So let's head over to the table and we'll get ready for the match right now. And both of these guys appearing on the stream during day 1, I believe.
Yes.
And here they are all the way in the final of the 534 players. So I don't know who's starting.
I don't know who's starting either.
We'll figure it. It's Jared who's starting first.
Wow, Jared opens with Dark Witch again.
Oh,
that's rough.
That's gross. He's also got a domain, an idea which sort of redeems the hand a little bit, Erebus and Ilios. And he's going to start with an uninterrupted idea. So he is going to be able to make his opponent start down on 5 cards instead of 6.
Yeah. However, as it was said, Sam's hand is actually much cleaner as far as the consistency front goes. He has no dead cards. He has an Erebus, Foolish Burial, Tenacity, Return, and Twin Twisters. He has the epitome of consistency there. He can do a lot with that hand.
That is very, very true, unless he lost the Tenacity.
Yeah, I mean, if he loses Tenacity, then that's still going to... It's not a terrible hand, but it'll still be a bit rough for him.
Yeah, I mean...
Twin Twisters got shuffled back.
Okay, that's probably fine, because Jared is... just going to probably pass with just the Tenacity in play. I'll note he does go ahead and set the Stormforce, so this is actually pretty good for him. Okay, so we're going to see Tenacity. And Tenacity's probably getting Stormforce for Pantheism, because Pantheism will then actually start drawing some cards.
Yeah. To shape that hand into what he really needs to completely destroy his body. I mean, the Twin Twisters would have been really good in this situation, in all honesty. I mean, it could have been much worse. It could have got rid of that Tenacity.
Oh, double Instant Fusion I think he drew.
Yeah, I definitely saw 1. I don't know about 2.
Which is essentially, if he did draw double Instant Fusion, he's just drawn 1 blank card. But he does go for the 3 Prime Monarchs. Maybe one of the cards he drew was a Pantheism, and okay, foolish. He's left the Prime Monarch in the graveyard.
Idea, get Pantheism again.
And this is why he's done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be set up for the rest of the duel now. He's going to be pretty happy. All of this is happening lightning fast.
Yeah. So he's got the same number. Actually, no, he's got plus 1 cards. Oh, he had a red layer. That's fantastic. Going to check to see if there's a blue layer, even though he doesn't play one.
We're going to see the Prime Monarch coming up. So now he can use both monsters as tribute material, or he can go Instant Fusion, make an XE summon.
I think he's just waiting to see if Jared wants to respond here.
Yeah, Jared actually doesn't have any cards to respond with, but his opponent doesn't know that.
So instant fusion. What are we going to see off instant fusion here? There's
Panzer Dragoon.
2 Panzer Dragons.
For the bargain price of 1,000 life points, he gets an additional monster to use this turn.
Yep. You can overlay it into Voxaurus.
Yeah, if his opponent doesn't have ether, that's going to be a huge amount of damage.
Yeah, 2,800 damage.
28 plus the Gaia Charger attack plus the
Yeah.
Red Lair attack. Now he's going for Artifact Durandal.
He keeps doing. He was saying that he actually won his top 8 match due to shuffling Durandal and then drawing the perfect cards.
That's a weird strategy, but then when you've got Monarch decks that will try to perfectly craft their hand, Durandal has the opportunity to disrupt that.
Yeah, I think that Jared here, the reason he's gone with Durandal, he doesn't care too much about the Erebus, but what he really cares about is the fact that he has that Patheism hand. Jared's actually going to be quite pleased with this because he gets to shuffle his Dark Witch back in.
Yes, which makes his Brilliant Fusion way more powerful.
Yeah, so I'm surprised that he didn't decide to use Durandal in the standby phase there.
Can you use Durandal during Evil Plus turn?
Mm-hmm.
It is definitely a quick effect.
So yeah.
Wow, Protector of the Sanctuary shenanigans, right?
Yeah, people actually did that with if someone tried to like max see you under when you were playing, I can't remember which deck it was now. I think it was Artifacts. You would play Durandal and then play Draw and Lot Bird on them, so they wouldn't get to draw any cards.
Oh, so you make them shuffle their
their
whole hand back.
Yeah. They shuffle their whole hand back and then can't draw.
And you see, and I thought it was bad when you could just summon Wind Up Hunter like 3 or 4 times. And then just Pot of Avarice for good measure.
The monster next to Durandal is Red Lair, Super Quantum Red Lair.
You see the Monarch Stormforth being played. And Ether.
So that's how I plan on dealing with the Erebus.
Ether's effect. Let's go send Panthism to the graveyard and probably another Prime Monarch. Yep.
Yeah, just to be clear for everyone in the chat, both players have an extra deck, so Domain is not going to lock either of the players down.
Yep. Yeah, we see Kuraz being played for Sam. And he's targeting Kuraz and the Red Lair.
He has to draw 2 cards here.
Durandal has 2,400 attack, doesn't it?
Yes.
So he can't actually attack over the Prime Monarch.
I think Jared calls it a day.
Jared's picking up his cards. Oh no,
no,
he's
what am I
Durandal.
talking about? Yeah, Durandal. Well, so Jared probably not too happy about him being shuffled away there, but at the same time, Dark Witch.
Yeah, he's put the Dark Witch back, so and he's got the opportunity to draw Brilliant Fusion. It's 5 cards. Brilliant Fusion, and here it is. And there's that Dark Witch that you so helpfully sent away.
There's Lazuli. He's not going to forget to get Dark Witch off of Lazuli.
He's holding it. He will. He's holding it to remind himself. Though you can see the way he's like.
He was
he's got a
kicking
death
himself
grip on there. He's like, you can try and pry this out of my fingers.
Yeah, he was actually really. He was visibly upset about that when he'd finished his match earlier. He was like, "Oh, I can't believe I forgot Dark Witch."
That's the only reason I'm playing it.
Yeah.
So that one move, I had one move. Here we go. He's going to play Domain over Domain. Use Domain to reveal, and he's going to tribute Dark Witch for Ether. Ether's going to trigger. He's going to send Pantheism and Prime Monarch most likely, if he has any left. Oh, Frostblast is also another option. There he goes Escalation instead to the graveyard. He's not too fussed about that, and he goes Kuraz. Kuraz effect is going to activate. And he takes out 2 of his continuous spells, Brilliant Fusion and Return of the Monarchs, and draws 2 more cards. And Durandal's going to get attacked, so that's going to be 1200 damage thanks to Domain's attack boost.
Yep.
He didn't attack the Ether. Oh, he's going to... Hold on. That's a level 8 and a level 6. Oh wait, no, the Ether's reduced their level because of Domain of the Monarchs.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just thinking, wait a minute, that's not right, but no, 2 level 6s. Constellar M7.
And he detaches and adds an Aether back to his hand.
That's... yeah, and he's going to banish the Edios to special summon Edea. Edea will trigger and summon Edios, and there's an Ether in hand waiting, which will come out, dump another 2 Monarch cards in the graveyard, and summon another Monarch. There's a second Brilliant Fusion in Jared's hand. Jared, you said, plays 2 Lazuli, Lazuli, right?
Yeah, but he only plays 1 Dark Witch.
So he can only actually resolve 1.
Actually, no, he can still play with other light monsters.
Right.
Just the combo doesn't work. Where he gets the Dark Witch back with Lazuli.
Right, okay. We see Pantheism being banished.
So Sam's going to go search for Tenacity, and the third one.
I think that's all 3 Pantheism of the Monarchs at this point being banished, right? But then, of course, with the Ideas anyway, it's kind of difficult to keep track. No, there's a 3rd Pantheism. He has played more than 3 this game, but again, Idea. And he has Erebus.
So I just got an update from downstairs. Actually, Oliver's lost in the top 4.
Oh, he has. He got eliminated in the top 4 against Burning Abyss.
Yeah. So I was told that he actually bricked both games.
That's really unfortunate. But hey, what can you say? It was a very, very hard fought effort. Almost 2-time national champion. But 2 matches away is just as far away as the guys who didn't make top cut, unfortunately, as far as the winning the tournament is concerned.
Yeah, but he still proved that he could make it all the way up there.
Yeah.
He was better than 530 other players.
Yeah, that is absolutely correct. I'm almost certain we'll see him in Berlin a little later this year.
Yeah, sure we will. So Jared here just going to town.
Tributes 2, and he gets an Ether. The deck's starting to look quite thin at this point. And here comes another Kuraz.
So we've yet to see Jared's super secret, not so secret tech, the Ultimaya Solkin. But maybe we'll get a chance to see it at some point during this game. Here's a bit of Frost Blast.
You can actually take out both of those spells and traps.
Yeah, you can. He's got plenty of power in the graveyard there.
Storm 4.
He's probably going to take out that M7 to be honest, because the M7's got a massive 2,700 attack points.
Jared chains his own Storm 4. How did he get back the Ether? Oh, wait, how did he...
I'm a little confused. I think he showed the Ether.
Right, okay. Oh, he showed the Ether and then he's...
Oh.
No, he can't activate the effect of the Ether in his hand.
Nope, and then he's going to attack Idea, yeah.
He's going to attack everything. All those monsters go down.
Yeah, again, Majesty's Fiend.
Uh,
Putting
it's
the work in.
slightly less effective here when you can use the Prime Monarch to create you fodder, and the Majesty's Fiend can actually attack over it.
Yeah.
But still, that was a pretty big turn for Sam.
Yeah, I mean, but he's got a 2/8 monster. He can just attack over whatever he needs to attack over, with it being the Prime Monarch or whatever else, and then attack with Majesty's Fiend.
Now, of course, Erebus in the graveyard, he can use that to add back Monarchs.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, Majesty's Fiend seems to have really put some work in these past few games.
Yeah, just really sort of come back out of the woodwork and become a main part of the format.
It's an absolute grueling grind game, the Monarch matchup. It really is.
Yeah, they're playing really, really fast as well. Like, there's not been a gap in the action of 20 minutes thinking, which monster do I tribute? It's this has just been action, 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 and we're still only in game one because of how many resources these decks have available to them, and how many options it has to play around all of these really ridiculous fields. The top four was 3 Monarchs and 1 Burning Abyss, but 1 Monarch has just been eliminated. So we're looking at Burning Abyss in the finals versus Monarch. Whether it's Ultimaya Tolzolkin, or Exi Monarchs is yet to be seen. And Brilliant Fusion number 2.
So we see Tyrus coming out here with these 2 Prime Monarchs, and he's using the Brilliant Fusion for Seraph Knight as well. Let's say where he decides to go with this. He's probably going to tribute Seraph Knight for another tribute summon monster, just to trigger that return of the Monarchs. So again, we see another Ether here. I feel like the Monarch matchup, you have to just get through all the Ethers before you can actually start playing the rest of the game.
Yeah, it seems to be a bit of a challenge, doesn't it?
Yeah, both players play the Ethers turn after turn, and then someone will try and have a turn where they don't have to play their Ether, and then make an Exceed play, and you just keep going until you run out of Ethers, basically.
Yeah, we've seen that kind of play before in the with the Shadol deck when it ran out of constructs. It was in the deck generally didn't really have any more answers, and we've seen it in Burning Abyss when they eventually burned through all their Dantes, and they still haven't actually eliminated you. They can wall up with the Sir back in the day, but they weren't really being able to do anything from there.
Yeah. Wow, that's actually Jared looking through his deck there. I thought that was his hand for a second. He's got next to nothing left in his hand. Look how many cards he's got. It's got to be less than 10.
There are no Card of Demise decks in the top 4. That is a fair point. I just took a quick look at the chat. So we're just now waiting for the decision to be made.
Yeah, I think he's probably just going to give him the domain here. It's better than giving him return, definitely, because he doesn't want to start giving him advantage.
Is there a possibility win by deck out at this point?
I think so.
Andy, it's actually quick draw synchron that gets used. Erebus is going to be activated. Can it be activated at this point?
Does he have enough things?
He did have to do a double take. Yes, he has two, but I imagine that he is running very, very low on his in-deck resources to keep paying for these costs. This is where the Prime Monarch actually comes in to be very useful, when you can actually shuffle 2 cards back, draw a card, and then use those as additional resources if you get to the extreme late game.
Yeah. At this point, you're kind of hoping to, if one of the players has a Prime Monarch left in their deck, then they're in a much better stead than the other.
Do we know how much time's left on the round? Or?
Oh, actually, yeah, we would turn out Ether before. Can't activate it because he's got none anymore. So, let's find out how much time we got left.
Sam looks like he's in the best position here.
There's 19 minutes left.
Okay, so plenty of time. And we're going to see both Monarchs overlaid for Titanic Hope Galaxy.
Wow. So that's
alright. So that's not even what that is. It's Hope Harbinger.
Hope Harbinger Titanic Galaxy.
Titanic
Number
Galaxy.
38.
So that means
There's number hunters out there.
The key spell card of this match, Monarch Stormforth, is going to be blanked.
And it's got a pretty decent set of attack points on it.
3,000, yeah. That means it will get beaten up by any Monarch plus domain, but okay, we're going to see another Ether. Sam says that's fine. Oh, but of course it's Tenacity. Stormforth.
Stormforth's not going to help too much if he's got Titanic Galaxy.
He doesn't really need it, to be honest. He can just use that to force debate if he needs to, because he can just use Domain of the Monarch.
Yeah, to reach the level. Oh.
Can he do that? Can he negate a already face-up card?
Yes, the answer is yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, so negates effect as well.
No problem, guys. We're just trying to keep an eye on this and make sure everything goes down the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, in all honesty, I just wanted to make sure that, you know, whenever if it was us, we've got 2 judges watching, we've got even more judges watching via the stream as well, the direct stream that we're seeing, and we wanted to make sure that all of the moves that are being made on live stream here are 100% able to be used and all correct.
We're trying our best.
Yeah.
So, somebody posting the judge reading the card. Of course, the judges should read the cards before they make rulings.
Why would a judge not read a card?
That's just crazy talk, man. Come on. If you want these people to maintain the game state for you if there's a problem, you need them to read your cards and understand what they're working with.
Yeah, I mean, I judged for several years, and I think that even if I already, I played as well, it's not like I didn't know what the cards do. I always wanted to make sure that I read the cards.
Well, yeah. You never know if you're going to miss something, and it's just like, why just go by your memory when the text is right there in front of you?
Yeah, you don't need to test your memory. It's not a memory test. It's about getting the ruling right.
Try it's back making sure that the players can actually have a fair duel and get the experience out of the game that they're supposed to.
Yeah. I think Jared is down to the last few cards here, and this is just game one. Wow.
Yeah, it might actually come down to deck out. It depends if Sam's got any resources left to deal with a Monarch. Although with Domain in play, it just is simply a summon another Monarch and attack.
Probably there's 5 cards left in Jared's deck.
That might actually be Sam's. It doesn't necessarily need to be his open condition. He could be this far into the game. He's much more likely to actually get that Volcasaurus to land.
So let's see if this Volcasaurus is actually gonna.
Nope, there's the Ether.
I was so nonchalant by Jared there.
It's like, surprise again.
People asking in the chat how many primes did Jared play? He plays 2. There's 2 primes and 1 escalation of the Monarchs.
You're looking at Sam. Oh yeah, no, you're right. And Sam's actually plays the 3 prime Monarchs.
Yeah, and then escalation as well. Now Jared's playing 2 prime Monarchs.
Helios getting tributed?
He's summoning Majesty's Fiend. Oh no, that was Kuraz.
That's,
They both look very golden.
you know what? Looking at my opponent, you could be going for the deck game.
Yeah, he's gonna.
That is a viable option to just say, hey, you're drawing a card next turn. I could leave you with 2 cards in the deck.
He's genuinely going for deck out with Kuraz here.
Oh, we don't know what his targets are yet. He might still just choose to take cards from his own deck, but it is a very realistic option. Yeah, that's.
He picked 2 from his opponents. He's picking the back row and the Ether. There's no point taking out return because
It'll come back.
Well, no, just
No, it just takes more cards out of his deck.
yeah.
But the thing to note is that Sam is actually in the exact danger zone of a double Monarch attack. Although I don't think there's any resources left for an Ether to actually pull a Monarch out of the deck.
Yeah. So actually, something we haven't seen the entire game is Quick Draw Synchron.
Oh yeah, he hasn't actually played that at all. So he's not completely out of resources if he brings back Prime Monarch again. Yeah, there's still stuff. I don't know if you'll have time to win though in that situation. Is cards optional with the card draw?
No, I think you can select the targets. You can not select any targets.
Oh, right.
If you destroy the cards, then you have to draw. So it's up to 2. You can select up to 2. I think.
Alright, let's just quickly check
I'll
that.
double check. Yeah, you can target up to 2.
Alright, so but then...
hold on, no. If you do, each player can draw 1 card for each.
Oh, so he doesn't actually have to draw the 2 cards.
Oh,
off the
no.
press.
Oh, okay, wow.
But we are going to see Ultimate Zolkin.
Oh, wow, I did not know that about Krez at all. Okay,
didn't.
so there's the quick draw.
Then again, how often are you not going to take the free cards? This is one of those rare situations, so you just don't think about it.
I don't even know what he's going to get with Solkin here. Oh, he's going to go for Michael. He's going to... Oh, no, he goes for your favourite card, man. He's gone for a Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon.
There we go.
Here's
get
the boy.
attack bonus.
Here's the boy.
Come on. That's going to be 3,000 damage over any of those cards and a negation.
It's actually really good, but he only needs to last 2 turns.
I'm just going to have a quick read of this crazy dragon, which has like 10 lines of text. All of that text saying bad things happen to you, and not me.
Yeah, so for those who don't know what the big crazy dragon does, once per turn, during either player's turn, when a monster effect is activated, you can negate it, destroy the monster, and if you do, Crystal Wing gains the attack of the destroyed monster till the end of the turn. And if it battles a monster that's got 5 levels or higher that your opponent controls, it gains attack equal to the current attack of the opponent's monster, and it's got a 3,000 base attack points. So basically, anything that's 5 or higher that it attacks over, they will be losing 3,000.
Basically has its own building honest that you don't actually have to give up a card for.
Yeah. But obviously Sam is going to be blocking here with these Prime Monarchs. This is the top 4. Let's see where Sam tries to go here. He's just looking through his extra deck. The name of the synchro that Jared played, there is Ultimaya Tzolkin, which summoned Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon.
New card from Shining Victories, if you guys still need to pick those up.
Yep.
Just shamelessly plug that one in there. Okay, that's actually interesting because if he negates that, Jared reveals he has no legal targets left in the deck after activating it.
Sam reveals he has no legal targets.
Yeah,
that's it.
And that's it. The tech got there in the end. It was in the last few cards of the deck, and he was able to pull it out and win with Clear Wing Crystal
Wing Synchro Dragon.
Yeah, that. Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, yeah. Oh, wow, it's been
a long day.
9 PM here in the United Kingdom right now. That's 10 PM for the mainlanders in Europe, and God knows what time in Australia and anywhere else that you're watching from. So I'm going to go to side decking. There's 3 Masker Restrict in Jared's deck. He's got World Decrees, which doesn't seem to make sense. He's got Darts of Morgue, Effect Veilers, Maxis. Why do you see the Masker Restricts? Because actually Jared might... Do you think Jared will bring in the Masker Restricts?
I think so. Because if he's able to make a Tzolkin
monster,
he can then just flip Masker Restrict and be like...
Yeah, he can still make this ridiculous set of dragons off of this. He doesn't actually play Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend, which is usually a popular option due to its ability to just remove an entire field of special summon monsters and get the burn damage. Instead, he plays start a Spark Dragon, so he can protect things like Mask Restrict or Royal Decree or...
Yeah, imagine that actually. If Ultimaya Tolkien gets Mask Restrict and he's got to start a Spark Dragon.
Yep, that gets very, very difficult because you can't actually do anything to the Ultimaya as long as there's a Synchro monster in play. And each turn, you can set a card and just get a new dragon. So Spark Dragon protects cards, and then Crystal Wing actually starts blanking your opponent's cards and has huge attack.
Just to be clear about what Jared's doing here, he received a warning about his sleeves prior to the game, so he has to switch some of the sleeves out that he was being used in his side deck. So it was just wear and tear from the tournament. I mean, these guys have been playing for 15 rounds at this point. This is the 15th round. So, it's just the wear and tear of the sleeves.
Actually, I don't know at what point this happened. The vendors might have already packed up and gone home, so I don't know if Jared had the opportunity to buy more sleeves.
Yeah, I think he's...
At the point when he was told to change these up.
Yeah, I think he's the kind of person who brings a lot of sleeves with him anyway.
Okay. So we're going to go into game 2. It's likely to be a 2-game match. Of course, it then goes into sudden death. There's absolutely no way this can end in a draw. So I'm imagining this next game is going to be the deciding game unless, I don't know, Sam absolutely obliterates Jared in 2 turns.
Yeah.
But I can't see that being likely with both of these players the way that they've been playing. They're not going to make They're not going to make any mistakes.
As Sam was saying though, Jared's deck isn't as consistent as his is. It's more powerful, but it's not as consistent.
But then all you have to do is get out of the early game, and then you're
draws the Dark Witch again.
That card is following him around. That is like...
How is he still winning these games?
This is the white whale of his life, isn't it?
Yeah, so he's opened double Tenacity, Prime Monarch, Dark Witch, and Ever.
Sam, on the other hand, has opened Mask of Restrict, Escalation of the Monarchs, Return of the Monarchs, Tenacity of the Monarchs, and Red Lair. So
he's probably going to go first.
Yep, it depends on what he draws here because a lot of those cards aren't really doing anything.
I think he's just sat Mask of Restrict. Oh, no, hold up. He needs to make sure that Jared doesn't... I think Mask of Restrict straight away would have been good with Red Layer.
Oh, just Red Layer, Mask of Restrict?
Yeah, just play Mask of Restrict right now, and then there's no other cards that Jared can play. That's bigger than a Red Layer.
Yeah.
Jared doesn't play Red Layer.
That's true, and you saw the entire deck when you just played that last game.
He did actually see every single card in his deck. So yeah, he's doing, as we just said there, he's flipping up that Mask of Restrict, and then he's just...
There you go. This is the point where you can say Monarch successfully got out of the early game, as Atric uses Pantheism with Prime Monarch.
Yep.
Especially if there's a Tenacity involved. Monarchs are then officially out of their early game, and they are not... It's going to be really hard for them to brick, as you say, which is essentially have an unplayable hand. Where did that expression actually come from, anyway? Because bricking, because it's something that I just kind of saw the community saying one day, and I'm like, what is this?
I don't know. I actually don't know.
If anybody knows the history and it's not unsuitable for the chat box, please feel free to post that in, the term bricking. Help educate some of the people that are not familiar. There we are, Mask Restrict getting flipped up.
Okay, so Sam might just open up with a... Yeah, so he's definitely got to play that Red Layer. He's thinking at this point, damn, he had the Prime Monarch straight away.
No, he knew the Prime Monarch was there, but...
Oh yeah, he knew it was there, but, he was thinking, oh damn, he got it straight away.
Which rank 5 do you go for?
I think Tyrus.
Well, Tyrus to pick up 2 cards? Because the thing is, if he takes out the idea, he just adds one of those powerful spell cards back to Jared's hand.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't think there's anything that you can play in this situation which is... Oh, he's going to get a Liger.
He does have a red layer there,
yeah.
so you can use that as a quick effect.
I don't think anyone else has been playing that. I think he's the only one we've seen play that.
Well, I think we saw one earlier, but I don't know if that was just
I
us
think it was
watching
him,
Sam
yeah.
earlier. Apparently, bricking is a poker term, from what I've heard. Well, when I say what I've heard, you should really Google that before just believing it. I know these people post, you guys post stuff all the times.
Anyway, moving on from the term.
Okay, my Jarvis has just revealed to me that that's actually true.
Yeah. Thanks, Jarvis.
Thank you, Jarvis. I do still need to update my phone so I can actually say, okay, Jarvis, instead of asking Google.
Yeah. Okay, so he's got a Liger. I think we should ask Woodhouse to get us a Liger.
Why?
Don't know.
To what benefit would we want a Liger right now?
I don't know. I just think asking Woodhouse to breed me a Liger would.
You mean you want a real one? It's a machine. You can't just breed one of these things.
Well, you can.
What? Actually, you know, Chris Kirkham is a quantum engineer or quantum. He does something with the fear because I remember him telling me what he does. And I asked him, could he build me a giant robot transformer? And he said no, but he could tell me the theory about how it would work. And that's basically how he basically described his job to me.
Right. Okay.
So you know, the first thing we need to do is get Chris on the case to see if he can build the blueprint for how your Liger thing is going to work.
Yeah.
I have no idea where you're going to get that insured though. Like they're not going to let you just ride that down the road.
I don't think I need it insured. I just ride it like.
Do you think anyone would pull you over if it's roaring?
I don't think people would. They'd just be like, "Yeah, we don't want to start a fight with that one."
I can't believe we're having this discussion. I'll shoot Chris a message. And I'll let you know. I'll let you know if he can get that one sorted out for you. I ran into him in Japan. He's doing well.
Yeah, cool. That's good to know.
There is an effect veiler in play.
Well, yeah, I think he went to synchro summon.
But it failed.
Yeah.
End of match procedure.
He doesn't have a level 8. Yeah, so we're in time. Obviously, just to remind you guys again, the end of time procedure for single elimination, which is where we are right now in the top 4, is different. You get 2 less turns, and there's no draws. Okay, so who's going to get the last turn of attacking? So turn 1, I don't know who turn 1 is because I never know whose turn it is when we're playing Monarchs because
everyone's doing everything in everyone else's turn.
Yeah. I remember when it was hot.
Alright, so the Magna Liger's attacking, so it's Sam's turn at the moment.
Okay, so Jared's going to get the last turn of time.
A huge chunk of damage coming in over that effect veiler.
Yeah.
So wait, why did he not synchro into 8? Because he's got Stardust Spark Dragon. I may have missed something there. Oh wait, did he use Idea or Idios' effect or something that turn and wasn't allowed to?
No, that's not a thing. I don't know. I don't think he had 8.
Well, Stardust Spark Dragon is right here. That's 8.
Maybe he just didn't see it. That would be a terrible shame if Jared didn't synchro into the Stardust Spark Dragon. He does have Stardust Spark Dragon in his extra deck.
Yeah, there's no way he could have even sided it out because he doesn't play any extra deck monsters in his side deck.
Yeah, so
Is there something like on Tenacity which prevents you? And One of the spell cards he played?
Not that I can remember. I mean, he's playing Ultimaya, he's playing Crystal Wing Synchro, Star Spark, Michael. That's it. Those are the ones he plays. Ultimaya, Crystal Wing, and Star Spark. Michael obviously is 7. Ultimaya is the weird summoning condition, and Star Spark is the only 8 that I can think of.
What levels of Prime Monarch, sorry?
5.
And Edios is level 1, right?
Eidos is level 2.
5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we know that. Huh. Well, anyway, let's see where we end up here.
Jared has loads of cards in his hand here, just not a lot to do. I mean, this Massive Restrict and this Magna Liger really just stopped him from playing.
Yeah, he's actually still got that quick effect accessible.
Yeah.
Granted, a Magna Liger with no material can't attack, but I don't think you really care if at this point you've successfully interrupted 2 of your opponent's turns. You're an end of match procedure with a pretty big life deficit. Granted, in the Monarch match, you want to have a deficit of more than 2,800 between you and your opponent, because it means that your opponent needs to successfully attack you at least twice in order to overcome that deficit.
Yeah.
Politmias. That's sorry, Constellopolides being summoned.
Yeah, so I think he's...
Yeah, Magna Liger is just going to chain to the Polides. Summons the Gem Knight, turns to attack, and 2 guys go in.
How many life points is that? I think Lazuli only has like 100 attack points or something.
Is it not 800 or is that...
I'm
oh wait, Lazuli, sorry.
right.
I think for some reason I think it was 1200, but... No, actually you're right, it's not very big at all. It might be 00 even. No, that doesn't make sense.
No, so it's down to 4,800 life points now. Sam's down to 4,800. So this is the final turn of Sam Shepard's game here. This is the last chance he has to even up the score between him and Jared. So he gets to draw some cards. I didn't actually see what Sam drew here, but he needs to do some serious walling up. Yeah, so that's his only maneuver.
Quick draw synchron, we're going to see Ultimaya again.
Ultimaya again. I think Jared has it here.
Is this his last attacking turn?
Yes, it is. This is the final turn of time. I mean, the dice just hasn't been rotated. Yeah, this is the last turn of time. So Ultimaya is going to summon...
Oh, if he gets Michael.
Yeah, he can get Michael.
No,
he's just going to go for Crystal Wing.
Yeah, because he could pay 1,000, then swing. Oh, but then the deficit's pretty high. Okay.
Is that enough? If he paid the... Nah, yeah, he can just attack over. I don't know if with the amount of attack points, does he have to take a risk here to... Oh, okay.
He's just activating it so he can use the Prime Monarch. He's got Max Restrict in place, so there's no way that Stormforce was even remotely relevant.
Yeah. I don't know what he could possibly draw in here.
Yep, good
Well
game.
played. Wow.
Oh, there we go. That's a Monarch Mirror being played at full speed by two very, very high level players. I'm very, very happy to see Jared and his Ultimaya build going through to the finals.
Wow, yeah.
For which we're almost ready to start immediately because Oliver Newton's game, or rather I should be referring to his opponent Daniel's game, finished so very quickly.
Yeah.
So we've got Daniel Carnes versus Jared Stone in the final of the UK National Championship 2016. Don't go too far, we're going to be right back.